Greetings, everybody. It's Amy, and welcome to another version of the Creative Corona Cafe. We are still homebound. I am going into work for a little bit, and of course, working in the new store, hence the non-fancy apparel we're working at. But I know you're all doing, not all, but most of you are making masks. You're doing community service. You're doing amazing things, and I'm very proud of the sew-in quilt community and how we instantly respond when there's some sort of disaster, whether it's a quilt for someone who lost their home, people who need food, people who need medical equipment. You guys are amazing, so keep up the good work. I'm very proud. And I do want to say we've donated everything we can, elastic, stabilizer. We're kind of done with all that, and my suppliers aren't really shipping right now, so we're kind of working on finding another alternative. But for those of you who do tie masks in old school, everybody had a tie mask, somebody had elastic, but I want to show you how easy it is using a bias binder attachment foot. And you may have this foot and go, what do I why did I buy that? I always laugh that someday I'm going to have a class, why the hell did I buy that? And you show up with your pile of notions and feet, and I show you why you bought it in the first place. This is one of those feet. So let me show you how slick it is when it comes to adding straps to masks and binding the edge of your masks, okay? All right, now these feet look all kind of basically the same across from Brother Janome, Bernina, where you have this cone up front, and then there's this slot right here, and that's where you put your fabric. So this is a 1/4 inch bias binder, which means the package direction calls for 1 inch wide. I make it 7/8 wide because 1 inch just seems like a little extra too much to roll, and I kind of just pre-start to. So this is bias. It doesn't have to be biased. It can be straight of grain. I know you guys are kind of in combat sewing mode. This is what it looks like when you're just making a strap by itself. If you're just making folded over cording, let me flip it over. Well, of course, there's white bobbin thread in the back. So if you just want it to fold the fabric so you can use these in different increments, however you need to, that's fine. If you want to bind them all at once, all you're going to do is take your mask and you're going to slide it right through the slot. Now, this needs to be open up. Sometimes they get bent in your drawer. Just make sure that you have a little clear opening in there. It's okay to move it a little bit to open it. You're just going to slide this through here. Now, once you get it started, like all things, so before you put your fabric in there, make sure you sew the length of your strap, and see how the cone is rolling that fabric to the inside. That's what we want to see. So you can do your length of your strap, and then just slide your mask piece in here, and it takes a couple stitches to get it started. Get my hand out of the way. And now all I'm doing is keeping my mask pushed up into the funnel and just kind of holding my bias tape, or my fabric, I should say. But you can see I kind of have my mask fabric kind of right in the middle of my tape as it's going through the cone. And once it goes through the cone, to finish your strap out the other side, you're just continuing to sew the length that you need. And then I recommend you cutting it from behind, by the way. You don't want to thread that cone the whole time. And there you go. There is the edge of the mask finished, front and back. There is my ties finished, front and back. So these little bias binder feet are the perfect quick and easy way to do this. There's also, if you have a Janome cover stitch machine, there's also a bias binder foot for that. They also make adjustable bias binders. I forgot it at the store. It's just a little square. If I remember tomorrow, I'll grab it and I'll do a quick video on that. But as you to load it, probably should show you that. You just cut your fabric to a point, you slide it in the cone, and then take a pin or something to pull it out the bottom. And you can see as it pulls, it just folds as it goes. Now there's bigger gizmos. I mean, there's huge quilt binding kits and that kind of thing. This is just a bias binder. It finishes a little bigger than 1/4 inch, and it does a beautiful job. So check your sewing machine drawer, see if you have one of these accessories. I think it's going to help you get some of your finished mask done quicker. So I hope this helps. Stay safe, keep sewing, and if you need anything, let me know, because the more you know, the more you sew.